Hey, what's up, everybody? Sunday's blog Q&A video. I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible because I'm having a busy Sunday. Um, so let's start off with a couple of things I want to talk about here, and then I'll move to the Q&A real quick, and then end the video. Uh, so Motorola has actually surprised a lot of people with its new devices coming out here, especially the Moto 360. The Moto 360 to me caught my eye definitely, and then besides the fact that it's circular, I think just by the way that it looks, it's great in a sense. I'm trying to go with this in the direction where you guys can follow. Fashion wise is where I'm leaning with this. The Galaxy Gear, the LG G Watch, they all look pretty cool, but getting a phone call. But anyhow, but I mean, it's squared. It's sometimes, depending on your wrist size, it can get bulky. So it just really depends what your preferences are. But the Moto 360 has that that roundish look to it with the circular plate. The UI looks amazing. The clock faces that you can choose from also are just spot on. I love the fact you can either choose digital, analog, or there's some that have both incorporated into it. And then of course when you dock it to charge it, can be like a little mini alarm clock, which to me was really cool too. So the Moto 360 was a win for me. The G2, what I call it's G2, just basically the Moto G 2014. That device is actually really dope too. I really thought the dual front facing speakers on that and the Moto X 2014 edition was a good choice by Motorola. The only thing that saddened me about it was the fact that they are claiming that there's only going to be a GSM version and not a CDMA version. So if that is true, then I'm completely heartbroken by Motorola. So moving on with that, the Galaxy Note 4, everyone's been talking about it, and what I've noticed is like we're starting to go into that era that I think people were asking for way back in 2011, which was they were wanting edge-to-edge bezel-less devices, and the Sharp Aquos Crystal was gonna, is delivering that with edge-to-edge, no bezels, basically type look, with only one at the bottom for the speaker and the front-facing camera and such. But other than that, you have pretty much all screen. And so the Galaxy Note 4 is kind of doing a similar thing, except that it's only on the edges of the device left to right. So like on this side there would be like this rounded glass that would allow you to think that the screen is continuing on, which makes it appear bezel-less. So I think that's actually pretty cool. But Samsung's always been known to kind of wow people with their devices. I mean, look at the last couple of devices that was released by Samsung, the S4, the S4 Active, and then now the S5, the S5 Active, and now coming the Galaxy Note 4. But I think Samsung will kind of stay at its position where it's at right now, especially with this device. Some will like it. I think some are going to dislike it. Same as when the S5 came out and people were pretty much weirded out by the Band-Aid back cover for the battery, how it looked like a Band-Aid. People were just like, ugh, they didn't like it. So, it's just going to be a 50-50 shot at how well this is going to do for people. So, that's pretty much it for the things that I wanted to talk about. Let me go into some Q&As real quick. So I don't want this video to be too long. So let's start off. Most recent comment on the Kyocera Hydro Icon review was from Robert Bennett. I do not like this phone. And I want to say to Robert Bennett that I get you. There's some things that people are going to like, and there's some things that people aren't going to like. I think, to me, Kyocera would get more respect from consumers if they would just stop focusing on making every device that they have water resistant and actually start, like I said in my rant video about Kyocera, start updating your devices, start creating software updates, think outside the box a little bit. Like don't distinctively brand yourself with the water resistant type phones, because people look more than just water resistant. I mean, even though the Galaxy S5, the S4, those are water resistant, you still kind of want to still cater to the people who just don't care about that kind of stuff. They just want good specs, they just want timely updates, and they just want quality build. And so yeah, sorry that you don't like it, but to each his own. and thank you for commenting. Um, Mr. A, I'm right. What do you think about the Boost Mobile Moto G? That would have been a device I would have bought, especially since at the time that I purchased the Hydro Icon, the Moto G was only $79.99. But this is the reason why I'll give you the reasons why I didn't buy the device. One reason, it had no expandable memory. So you had to rely on the 8 gigabytes of internal storage that it came with. And if you overuse that, or if you didn't want to, smash up a lot of the internal storage, you had to rely on cloud like Drive, Dropbox, SugarSync, etc. And I do rely on cloud storage for certain things, but I don't always believe it's safe. So that was one big thing, was that, and the fact that it has no LTE support. If the Moto G had LTE, just basic LTE, not LTE Spark, but just basic LTE signal, I would have definitely picked it up. As far as that, I think it is, to me, the top prepaid device out there. I know it's on postpaid too, but for prepaid companies, the Moto G is the top. And the reason why is for the price of what you pay to get a device that feels super premium. Just it lacks a little bit in certain features, but other than that, delivers amazing results as far as how the UI runs, how the operating system runs, how just how well it performs. It performs amazing. It's just missing two key features, which kind of like diverted me from picking it up and having that as my daily driver device. But that is my thoughts on the Moto G. I think it's a great phone, and I would recommend anybody who's looking for a decent premium build device for a low price. Let's see, CV Tech Reviews. Man, I agree with you. I've tried every operating system, and to me, Android leads by far. And he continues to go on. I want to give a shout out to CV Tech Reviews. Just been noticing that he's been watching some of my videos and commenting and liking them, and I've been watching some of his videos and stuff like that. And from one tech blogger to another, thumbs up, buddy. To me, Android will always stick out, as far as compared to other operating systems, although they do have their great points, Windows Mobile and iOS, but Android just sticks out more. It appeals more to what I would look for in a mobile operating system. So, thanks for the comments. Let's do a couple more questions. Let's see, or comments. Irish Cutie 27. There is an app in the Play Store called Boost Mobile Wallet. Yes, there is. That was on the app review for Boost Mobile Wallet, and the reason, I know it's in the Play Store. It's available to download. I've downloaded it on my Desire 601, which is Virgin Mobile. What I don't know is that if you could actually use the service without being a Boost Mobile customer. But I did the app review because when I went to load my Boost Mobile Wallet account, a lot of the people that were working at the Boost Mobile shop here in Phoenix were like, they've told people about that service and that application, but people are just like, they just kind of deflected off, like, no, just, I want to pay my phone bill. And to me, it's a great service that people should know about, especially Boost Mobile customers, because it prevents you from having to use your credit, debit card information, your banking information to make purchases online. And on top of that, if you're going to pay your cell phone bill, you don't have to worry about the taxes when you buy a top-up card, or if you go to a Boost Mobile store and you pay, say you're on a $55 plan, you pay nearly $60 for it. If you load your funds to your account, if you load a check to your account, you can put money in to top up your phone and no tax. So when I paid $35 for my plan for the 1 gig of data, unlimited talk and text, I paid $35 and not a cent more. So yeah, Boost Mobile Wallet app is actually really cool. Let's see, Turner Life. I'm definitely about to switch my plan that I'm on. I'm on the $50 one now. So I guess they're gonna go to the I guess you're going to the 55 or the 35. Either way, this new promo plan that Boost is doing is really, really awesome. I agree with you, and I think, and big ups, because I'm on the 35 plan since I use Wi-Fi at home a lot. I'm on the $35 plan. I get 1 gig of data. I get unlimited talk and text. And when I'm at home, I'm on Wi-Fi, so I'm barely even using that 1 gig of data. So when I'm gone out of my house is when I use it. We're already at 10 minutes into the video. Let's do one more. David K commented on the Virgin Mobile USA throttle speeds. David K says, I get about 0.48 megabits per second at my location with Virgin Mobile 3G. I never been throttled, and I always thought the internet. Well, most people don't get throttled, especially if like you use Wi-Fi at home. But say you have no Wi-Fi connection, you'll really then notice, and I mean no Wi-Fi connection, straight mobile data connection, and you're YouTubing and all that stuff. They've been throttling. I mean, just about every company throttles data now. Every company does. Cricket, AT&T, Verizon, they all do it. And the normal standard is 2.5 gigs. So if you use about 2.5 gigs of data, you're gonna get throttled. But what that would, I showed those speeds because prior to that, Boost and Virgin and basically Sprint decided that when they were gonna throttle people, they were gonna drop or reduce their data speeds from 256 kilobits per second to 128 kilobits per second. And I thought that was total BS to even go that much slower than 256 already was. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna close this video out. Thank you for commenting and keep the comments coming. As far as the Moto 360, the Moto G, and the Moto X 2014 edition, leave me a comment on your thoughts about that in the comment section of this video, as well as the Galaxy Note 4. What do you guys think about the rounded bezel-less edges? And what kind of bezel-less device would you create yourself? My name is Rob with Tech Savvy, and this has been today's vlog on Sunday. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great week.